Uh-oh. How funny. Okay. Gonna read you my intro. Sorry, I thought I hit record and I did not. But I want to welcome you guys to our Team Intentionally His, kind of getting to know you, sneak peek, what is coaching call. Very laid back. We're going to just do it real quick. Keep your time short because your time is of value. But we really just want to show you guys that this coaching thing is so much more than selling something or making money for us. And we're going to go into some details about that a little bit later. But honestly, what we really want to get to the heart of in this is that this is about being a part of something so much bigger, one that we all feel like we've been called to. So what I am going to do is I'm going to actually kind of share some slides with you guys of some of the coaches on our team, and give them all an opportunity to kind of share their story a little bit and why they do what they do. So I'm going to share my screen really quick, and I want to, well, there's my babies, but share with you guys a little bit about what it is that we do, who we are, and kind of show you that this really can be for anybody. So we're calling this kind of just our spotlight video, and really spotlighting some of our coaches. We are Team Intentionally His, and our team name really truly is what it says. We do all feel like we've been called to something higher, and honestly, as something as trivial as health and fitness, we have found has actually brought us closer in our relationship with the Lord and really helped us to define our purpose and our calling. And honestly, giving us an opportunity to glorify the Lord in what we do. So that's really the name of our team is Intentionally His, because we want to be intentional with the food that we put in our body. We want to be intentional with how we help other people and serve other people and be servant leaders, because we do truly feel like that is why we are here. And we want to be intentional with our time, with our resources, with our bodies, and with all the things that we have access to. So that's kind of our team. This is kind of just fun pictures from different retreats and time that we get to spend together, and an amazing community that we have created coaching. It's been fun. So who can be a coach? Okay, anybody. We have stay-at-home moms. We have Mariah, she works retail. We have Ashley, who is a phenomenal fitness instructor with 8-pack abs and just fitness background. She is a professional volleyball player. We have got Lydia, who's a stay-at-home mommy and military wife, so travel and moves are big on them. And then we have full-time employees like Mariah and Melinda, who's a dental hygienist, that are doing this in the pockets of time that they have. So honestly, anybody can coach. The biggest thing that we have found that you'll hear in our stories is that really a heart to help others is such a key piece to this, because it just gives you that passion, that drive to help other people be the best version of themselves. And for me, when I get to kind of my story, you guys will hear that really it has helped me on my own journey in staying accountable myself. So here is our team. Just a few people on our team that are going to be speaking. Like I said, Mariah's not going to be able to join us tonight. She's got a sick kiddo, as you know, mom life goes. But Miriam is with us. Melinda is working. Myself, Cindy Laninga, and then Ashley and Lydia are also on this call and are going to share a little bit of their story. And what has been so fun, you guys, this is just a snapshot of the fun that we really have access to. Like, it is such a support team. These are the girls that I call when I need prayer, when I'm having a really hard day, when I need help motivating to work out, when just things are hard. This is my tribe. These are the girls that I go to. We're like a family. We support each other on our fitness journey. We mentor one another and mentor with one another with corporate and different things. We connect weekly on our team calls. We get to go on team trips together, which is so much fun. I didn't get to go to Florida, but Lydia and Miriam and Melinda went to Florida together. We've gone to Summit together in New Orleans and Nashville, and we got to go on an incredible retreat in Colorado together. And it's just an amazing, amazing time, and really just a creation of an uncommon community that is just hard to find these days in our busy lives. So with that, I'm going to kind of have Miriam share a little bit about Mariah's story. Her transformation is so inspiring to me. So with that, Miriam, I'm going to just kind of allow you to kind of share Mariah's journey a little bit.
Yes. So I actually met Mariah years ago. So we've been on a health and fitness journey for a long time. And I am so, so proud of her. The pictures just say 1,000 words. She's just incredible. But such an inspiration, just a rock star. So she shared with me some things of why she became a coach and how it's changed her life. And so being able to help others was one reason. Accountability for myself. So she has stayed on course knowing that we are there to love on her and to support her. And knowing that she's got others, other challengers that she's having to, step up and show, hey, I can do this. You can do this too. It just blows me away. A chance to get my stuff paid for as a discount coach, because we do get a 25% discount on everything that we buy through Beachbody. So she has definitely been blessed by the discount. Being a part of something bigger than myself, that's huge. I think being a part of, changing lives is amazing. Mm-hmm. And then a chance to make a difference and be a part of such an incredible group of women. So I love all her reasons for being a coach and why she became one. So
yeah, she's awesome. She's incredible. And she works full time. And how much weight has she lost? Like she's well over 50 pounds by now.
I think the last time she said she was like maybe 55, I think she said, but we haven't weighed ourselves for a while.
Right.
And
we broke up with the scale. Yes.
Yeah, we did. We broke up. Yep. We all broke up with it.
Yep.
But I mean, man, I think this whole journey has shown us it's not about the scale. So look at her picture. It's not about the scale.
Yeah. Speaks for itself, for sure.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's so great. And, what I love about this too is these are women that I would never know otherwise. And Mariah is one of those people that I just, I call on so much for motivation and just, mindset help. And I wouldn't know her otherwise. And that's what I love. And here's another beauty that I would not know otherwise. She lives across the nation. She's about to move to Texas, back home. But Lydia, she just, look at that smile, you guys. She's just a ray of sunshine. And so I'm going to let her share a little bit about her journey and her transformation, and then kind of why she coaches too. So Lydia, take it away, girl.
Hey. Can you hear Texas in me? So oh my goodness, I just love this so much. And this is why almost 2 years ago is when I joined my first challenge group. And I did it really because it was really for health reasons. I'm not ill. It was more, I wanted to learn how to eat right, how to have my family eat right. And so I joined a challenge group with those incentives of how to take care of myself and how to take care of my family, because we were eating junk. It was bad. I'd go down that aisle of snack foods and it was like, put it in the cart, fruit roll-ups, whatever, right? It was just carb and sugar galore. And I just knew something had to change. I wasn't happy. I wasn't feeling good, and I just knew there had to be a change. So I joined a challenge group, and I wasn't expecting it, but I did. I got amazing results, and I felt amazing. And it was one of those things that when I joined, oh my gosh. So I had tried other things before, and when I wanted to do a challenge group, my husband was like, seriously, Lydia? You've tried gyms, you've tried these other companies, and it's always like, ooh, it looks so good. And then I never fully committed, and nothing happened. And so after this first challenge group, I did 21-day fix. I got amazing results. And my husband, who is big into working out himself, he's in the Army and is very fit. He saw my results and was like, wow, maybe I'll do it with you. And I'm like, Okay. And so it was something that we finally had to do together as a couple, which really meant a lot. And slowly I just started incorporating my dietary habits, my healthy eating style with my kids. And it was an adjustment for sure. But over a few weeks and a few months, they adjusted. And guess what? When they would eat the junk, they were like, oh, Mom, I don't feel good, And so it was just, that made me so happy. And so I decided to become a coach because I wanted a discount on Shakeology. That was the only reason. I loved it. I can testify that I feel I had more energy. I could use it as a snack. It was cutting my cravings every time. I have a huge sweet tooth. So I just love Shakeology. And so I signed up to be a coach to get a discount. A few months later, some friends started contacting me and I was like, Lydia, what are you doing? And I told them, and then I said, you know what? I'm going to take advantage and use this as a business opportunity. And this is why. I truly felt that when Rebecca shared this opportunity with me and just really the challenge part of it and the nutrition and the fitness part of it, I felt like she was sharing a treasure with me. And I was so blessed by it that then I felt like I had to return and bless other people with it. It's kind of like sharing Jesus for me, right? It's like somebody was brave enough to witness to me and to share with me, and that's how I became a Christian. And so it's my obligation and my duty to share him with other people. And that's how I kind of feel about health and fitness. Like somebody helped me from going down a really bad road, and I want to do that for other people. And that's why I became a coach. And I just love it. My 5-year-old daughter, I have 3 girls. My 5-year-old, when she was 4, was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Very different from type 2, so she's not on a restrictive diet. However, healthy eating does make a difference. And so learning how to take care of her and fuel her little body with the foods that she should be eating that make her blood sugar levels lower and keep her more stable was a huge, huge thing for me. And Shakeology, like I can't say that, it cures her. Absolutely not. But is it a shake that it's a snack that she can have that has carbs, but it doesn't make her blood sugar skyrocket. I mean, I love it. And I know she's getting the nutrients that she needs. So it's just a win-win for me. So I love that part of it. It's changed my life. It's changed my family's life, my extended family, like my mom. And then I also love that this is really, like Cindy said, I wouldn't know anybody in these boxes had it not been for this business because this is like a sisterhood. Like she said, I mean, we lean on each other. We support each other. We encourage each other. And there's not a lot of things out there like that, where somebody truly invests in you because they care, not because they need to get something out of it, but because they just genuinely care. And that is just priceless to me.
So good. So good. Thank you so much, Lydia. And I love it. Like, I just love how as moms and wives, how we start on our health journey and it helps get our families healthy. Like it's such a beautiful gift that not only we can give other people, but the most important people that matter most to us is our family. So I just love that, Lydia. Thank you so much. Now this next one, I giggle because technically, so there's Melinda. She's our full-time registered dental hygienist. She's just a rock star. She can't be on. But this gal right here, the abs that don't quit. So Ashley is a funny story because she technically is not on my team. And that's what I love about this business. I met her on an airplane coming back from Summit. And that story will forever live in the history of our story, because we just giggled the whole way home. And come to find out, she lives like 20 minutes away from me. I would not know this woman who has been so pivotal in continuing this journey, and just honestly building a local community with her has been phenomenal. I even get to go to record a force classes live with her, and it's just an amazing thing. I've yet to go to Size because I am not a dancer, but she will get me
Well,
there.
it's not anywhere right now, so don't worry about it.
Okay, there you go. I was going to say, if anyone's going to motivate me, it'll be her. But Ashley, I just invited her to be on this call because that's the beauty of this business, quote unquote. Like, I call it a business, but really it's such an amazing community of women to be a part of, that it doesn't matter what stage of life you're in, what season, where you live. We're just one big family. And that's just the whole vibe of Beachbody, is that it's one big family, and it's just a very cool thing to be a part of. So with that, I'm going to turn the microphone over to amazing Ashley to share a little bit of her journey.
Hi, can you guys hear me? I'm on my phone, so I just want to make sure. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to just make sure that I'm hitting the questions that we wanted to talk about. But so my journey, it began actually because I was being recruited to be a coach right out the bat from a friend of mine that I had worked with, maybe like I want to say I worked with her like a decade ago. She's down in Texas, so she moved from Austin, but I do love the Southern drawl, so I love it, Lydia. But yeah, so she was like right out of the bat saying, like, you know, you're always posting these positive quotes. You know, I know that you work out, you post all the time about volleyball, because back then I was playing, when I lived in Chicago, I think I played, if there were 7 days a week, I probably played 9 times in a week. So I was playing 26 to like 30 some games in a week. And so I would just like post that. So she's like, you've already got the fitness thing. You've already got your followers. Like, you're positive. Like, this should be something you do. I didn't really understand kind of the community and just all that came with Beachbody. So what I thought of it was like P90X, and just, I was like, I don't have a story. You know, I didn't feel I had a story to share. And so I didn't know how that would kind of, I guess, engage with people or how they would respond. So I kind of pushed her off for about 1.5 years or so. And then I got pregnant. And so I got PIO through her. So I joined a challenge group and did PIO for the first 2 trimesters. And then the third one I stopped because I had diastasis recti like nobody other, because you shouldn't have planking going on with the lower abs. But anyway, so I waited. And then as soon as I had my son, I signed up. And as soon as the green light went through from the doctor, I started doing 21-day fix. I don't know why I didn't start Shakeology earlier. My husband did. He had the first one. And so I kind of drank it a little bit on and off in the very beginning when I was breastfeeding, and then kind of went full force with it. So I've always considered myself a coach, but I think in regards to the world of like Beachbody and how they look at you from behind the scenes, I'm more of a hobby coach at the moment. But now, after bumping in my face being covered in water, you know, we instantly bonded, and she has so many tools. Like, what I kind of excel in, she excels in other areas. And so it's been really great. And for me, you know, after I started doing the posts and things like that, I went to my first summit, fell in love, drank the Kool-Aid straight out of, you know, the tap from Carl Deichler, and was like gung-ho, came back. And then I didn't even realize it, but kind of went into, I guess, like a postpartum depression type of thing. And my husband kind of noticed it, did the workouts, was still doing the workouts. I had weight loss and was continually, you know, I was breastfeeding. So I guess during that time frame, you hold on to a gene a little bit that helps with fat consumption. I don't know. But then enter Core de Force. And Core de Force is my jam. And Core de Force is kind of where I think the coaching side of it, and seeing, you know, when you're consistent and you kind of just, I was always sharing it, but I wasn't doing the behind, like the inviting. And so when I did Core de Force, I lost like, I think it was like 17 pounds. The last like 17 pounds I had to go. I shed like 12 inches. I dropped 3 or 4 sizes. I dropped all my maternity clothes at the request of my husband, and I was happy to do it because it kind of it wasn't just the physical transformation for me, like full on, it was the mental side of it. So for me, coaching has turned into more of this whole evolution of myself and finding people who are like-minded. And it's become a community thing for me because I moved out from Chicago literally to Amish land in Indiana. And my husband's fabulous, but he was married before. So in the volleyball world, which is small and a small community, I was friends with everybody that was, their friends. And I'm fine with that. But it was I felt kind of lost and a bit lonely, I guess. So enter Beachbody and all these fabulous women, and it kind of created this community for me. I ramble. I'm sorry. So I signed up to be a coach because I felt I finally had a story. And so it was kind of the coming back, being an elder mom, because I was 38 when I had my son. And, being that the whole pregnancy, elder mom. So it was like I was told that I'll forever piddle my pants when I run, jump, or laugh. And I said, no way. So I did a lot of research, and I have kind of come up with the Diastasis Recti plan. And so that also kind of catapulted me into wanting to help people more than just posting about my journey. And if someone was interested in reaching out to me, helping them, and then it kind of turned into that. So Core de Force switched my mental part of the game. It kind of made me like I was in that big test group that they were doing for the infomercial. I kind of was in the running for a while, then I don't know what happened. They stopped talking to me. But that's okay. And then, just coaching from that point was just more of like the relationship building. You kind of, when you're in a journey and you're starting to feel your journey kind of take over with you, you kind of attract people and you kind of migrate towards people. And so I did that. And that's why I stayed in coaching, because I love it. I love everything about coaching. Being a mom is hard. Being a woman is hard. I became an Instamom. My husband had 2 kids prior. So I went from living in Chicago in a high rise with a dog to having 2 kids. And then, so it just kind of gave me these amazing women. I've met some of my best friends that I've never even met face to face through Beachbody. And it's awesome because without that, I probably would be insane, like in an insane asylum. And I absolutely think it's a blessing. And I feel like it's more than just the fitness side, as we've discussed, because to me, Beachbody instills values, and that's what separates us from our competition, so to speak, like your Herbalife or your Advocares that have the same concept of healthy, making sure you're getting things that we're not getting from our day-to-day food. But the difference between Beachbody and why I feel like it's something that everybody should be involved with. And today I made a post that said, like, I'm so sorry I've been so selfish. I haven't shared enough about why I drink Shakeology. I haven't shared enough about why I love coaching. And it's because you're helping people love themselves where they're at in their day-to-day life, and you're giving them the confidence, or you're helping them kind of discover who they are and the confidence. And it's amazing. Transformations and just a smile, like it's amazing. And that alone just gives me goosebumps. And I love coming every day. It doesn't matter what kind of grind is going on or what sweat or what horrible thing Autumn's going to do to us that day. Right. At the end of the day, if you help one person that day, or they say like, wow, I thought of you and what you said, and it made me go through it. Or, you just know you've got your silent challengers who are doing their thing. And it's just awesome. So I'm sorry I went all over. Oh my
goodness. No, that was beautiful. I love how you touched on just that there's nothing better than knowing that you've helped someone. And like you said, even if it's just one person, I mean, it just is such a feeling that there's nothing like it. There's really nothing like it. And we were created for community. And I think as busy moms, it's so easy to get isolated, and it's so easy to just get caught in kind of the day-to-day and kind of lose yourself. And I think so many of us have rediscovered ourselves and what we're passionate about through this journey. And it's an amazing, amazing thing. So thank you so much, Ashley. I think that's like awesome. And now you guys know why I held on to her, because I love her. She's fabulous. And another one I love is this girl right here. So Miriam and I have known each other. We were talking earlier. I think we've known each other close to like 14 or 15 years, because I will have been married 15 years. And I think did we meet at the Broadway location, Miriam? Like
No. So I've been in Colorado like 13 and a half. So I think it's been about that, because that's, yeah.
I'm making us older than we are. So that's
all
not
right.
right. That's wrong. So we've known each other a really long time. But when I moved away from Colorado and Indiana, you kind of lose touch with people, and moving, coming together in this coaching thing, like we've reconnected, and I have found one of my bestest friends ever. And I just am so thankful to be reconnected with her. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to my amazing partner in crime, Miriam Helton, to share her journey.
Yeah, so about 2.5 years ago, a little under 2.5 years ago, well, first of all, I've always struggled with my weight for like forever, and I've always tried everything. So a friend of mine had posted something about challenge group, so I jumped in, and I said, I don't want you to post anything about me because I don't know if it's going to work. So, my first round, I lost weight in inches, and 13 pounds and 17 inches all over in just 1 month. So I was like, okay, this is working. But I still didn't want anybody to know yet. And after my second month, I was at 22 pounds lost. And I was like, okay, I'm in, and people are recognizing that I'm feeling better, even just after 2 months. And so, so I was kind of teetering, like, do I coach? That's kind of scary. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous to have that title, being that I've always struggled with my weight. Why would I do that? And anyways, I I signed up really for the discount. That's where I started, because I knew I was going to be getting my Shakeology every month. And then decided after the third month that, you know what, I think I'm going to do this. My heart is to help people. My husband told me, do not feel the pressure to have to do this as a business, have this be about your journey. But as I'm doing it, I'm realizing I get to encourage other people and love on others and be on my journey at the same time. And it just was a game changer for me. So here I am 2.5 years later, and I get notifications when my husband comes home. So he's home. And so I 2.5 years later, I'm at over 55 pounds lost. I've gone from a size 20 to a size 10.
So good.
And feel amazing. And so I get to be now an example to my family. So my son has lost 85 pounds. Both my kids are special needs, and they're total creatures of habit, even like double time, right? Mm-hmm. And so teaching him portion control and trying different foods, and grilled, baked instead of fried, or whatever, breaded, was huge. And so he's at 85 pounds lost. He gets his 10,000 steps every day. He's on the treadmill as we speak. It's amazing that I could be an example to my family, and they see I'm working out, and sometimes they'll jump in, and that's huge. Mm-hmm. So, coaching is so much more than just than a business. It's not, I don't even see that side of it, because it's natural to help others in my world, and to get a paycheck is kind of nice, to help my family. I am a stay-at-home mom, so that's definitely been a blessing. And being able to meet amazing women that I would never have had friendships with before Beachbody. It's amazing. Being a stay-at-home mom, sometimes you kind of need just a different purpose, of course I know I contribute to my family, and and I'm a good mom, and I'm a good wife, right?
Higher calling, babe.
I'm like, I'm waiting for them to interject now.
It's a higher calling.
But it's so nice to, be able to just have something that's mine that I can see, be a part of other people's journeys as well. So,
It's part of my journey.
yes. So, yeah.
So great. Well, and so with that too, as far as the income, we wanted to talk about that a little bit. So I'm going to let Miriam share, and then I'll go into my story a little bit and my income a little bit. So I'm going to share this slide and let Miriam really talk about it, because like I said, this is, it's not a get rich quick thing. It can be. You get out of it what you put into it. And we, a lot of us on our team have really made our families our biggest priority. We either have real young kids that are in, need a lot of time, or, in Miriam's case, she's got 2 kids that really need her full time. And so we won't sacrifice our family. And that's what's been so beautiful about our team, is that we really come together as a team and help one another and support one another so that we can keep our families a priority. So Miriam, I'm going to let you kind of talk a little bit about, how this has blessed you guys financially.
Yeah, so I've always tried to do something to help my family out, like financially. I mean, and even though my husband didn't give me that pressure, knowing that I can at least pay for my Shakeology, everyone, that's been a total blessing. And so my first month, that's what it did. It paid for my Shakeology plus some, because I got the discounts and it was less than that. So my first month I started, had my check of $127.50, and I was super excited.
Love it.
And again, it is what you put into it. And so I have 2 special needs kids. They require a lot of my attention. My daughter has had some health issues actually the last 2.5 years, the whole time that I've done Beachbody. And so I needed to just pace myself, because if I overdid it, I wouldn't let it be my journey anymore. And so at month 6, I was almost at $300, which was huge too, because guess what? Now my family is drinking Shakeology. So it's paying for more Shakeology.
Mm-hmm.
And then at a year, I was at 530. And so that is super helpful in our family. I can use that to, like I said, pay for Shakeology, but at the same time, I can also use that for, gifts for my challengers. I can use it to pay for the trips that I've earned, or, the airfare to go to Summit. I mean, there's so many different things that I've been able to do, and tell my husband, hey, I'm able to pay this from what I've earned. And it makes me feel good that I can contribute that way. And he feels like there's a good purpose in that too. So yes.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to share my story with you guys a little bit. For those of you that don't know me, I am Cindy Laniga, and I am just so, so blessed to be able to call these women that you have heard from my teammates. And really, honestly, more than that, they are my tribe. Like I said when I started, this is my support group. These are my go-to women that know my heart, know the struggles, know the successes, really know me, and all about me. And it's just such a good feeling to know that you have people that you can really count on in all aspects of life. It's just a really beautiful gift. And so when I started my journey, you can see in the lower right-hand corner, had just kind of hit a rock bottom spot in my life. Just struggling in our marriage. I was 50 pounds overweight, was depressed. I just didn't want to do anything with my kids. I didn't want to get in the water with them. Like I just had lost kind of myself, and really kind of my excitement for life, so to speak. And so my story is very similar to the others, where I saw one of my friends doing this and joined my first challenge group. And, it took me about 3 months, almost 4 months to lose all the weight. I lost 45 pounds and went from a size 12, 14 down to a size 2. And have since, with 80-day obsession, gone up to a size 4 because of my booty gains. But, that's when you break up the scale and realize that it's more about overall health and fitness and how you feel and how strong you are than what size or the number on that scale says. And that's what's been the most beautiful part of this transformation, is really the mindset change and really kind of finding a new purpose and passion for life, not only in helping my family get healthy. Like, my kids fight over broccoli now. Like, that I would have doubted that day would have ever come, but it does come. And we are such influencers in our family that has been the greatest gift that I have gained through this experience. And then kind of one of my favorite things to share as of late is we're about 3 weeks away from a trip to Mexico that I earned doing Beachbody. And I was excited enough to be able to kind of surprise my husband, be like, I'm taking you to Mexico, and not have to worry about it coming out of, the family fund. We are a single income family and I'm a stay-at-home mom, but it just feels so good to be able to contribute in little ways. It's just been really, really cool. So that's, kind of a little bit just about the health part and my own fitness journey. And really, like I said, my most favorite part is the ability to help other people on their journey and just see breakthrough in women and these aha moments that they have of, oh, I get it. Like, it's not about diet. It's about lifestyle change, and it's about continuing to get better and kind of the evolution of self when you really start taking care of yourself and seeing yourself, how Christ sees us. It's a cool thing. So with that, my income, it's kind of funny. Like, you'll look at it and be like, see, like, you're doing really well, and then what happens? Well, that honestly, I want to be honest and open and real with people because, as we state, and I have to do, the liability lingo, Beachbody does not guarantee any income level. It is obviously based on your efforts. But what I love is that it kind of shows the progression that I took. When I first started, I started for the discount. I fell in love with the shakes and I had to figure out how to do it. We were a single income family. It wasn't in the budget. And I had to figure out a way to kind of do it. So I thought, okay, I'll sign up and get the discount. I'll get it a little cheaper. People saw the physical results that I, was getting, and they kind of wanted to see what I was doing. And by helping other people, I was able to, that first month and continuing forward, able to, just one second, buddy, to not only pay for my shakes, but bring home, a little bit of fun money for my family and I. And so with that, month 1 was $250, and then, it progressed there and grew from there. And by month 12, I had kind of hit what they call diamond rank, where I was building a team and, really gung-ho and, all in, and was making a nice monthly income. And, seasons change in life, and my family needed me. We're going through, a season. I've got little kids. I've got an 11-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 4-year-old, and they need their mom. And I won't sacrifice, my family for, a business opportunity. And so that's kind of where the dip came, is I started focusing, on my family. And what's beautiful about that is I'm still able to give my all to my family and yet still make some money and be able to pay for trips and be able to go on, retreats with my girls and connect with them and, take my son to go see the Harlem Globetrotters if he wants to, or whatever the case may be, just have that extra income. And I think the biggest blessing for me is my love language is gifts. So I love getting gifts, but I also love to give gifts. And I've never felt comfortable pulling that from the family income. And so it's been a beautiful thing for me to be able to spoil the women and my children and the people, my husband, the people in my life that I care for the most, with treats and special things, and not have it really hurt our family budget. So that's kind of a little bit about why I do what I do and why I love it and keep going. And it is the best accountability ever. There's something about 150 people that you know of watching you to see if you're getting your workout in. Best motivation ever. That is why I will be working out later after this call is done, because I know they're waiting to see my sweaty selfies. So you guys have been so great listening, and I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but the whole kind of what's next is honestly up to you. It is, if anything that any of the coaches have said resonated with you or it sparked interest in you, obviously, reach out to us. Ask questions. We are all very transparent and very open. We hope that you've felt that on this call. But one of the greatest things about our team that I am so thankful for is it really is a team effort. We help and support one another because we all do live busy lives. We don't want this to be all consuming or take over or create stress. We want it to be value added to your life, not anything to take away from your life. So we have trainings to help you get started with your journey, whether you decide, I just want the discount, or I just want it for accountability, or, I'm really getting to the point. I know for me, part of my motivation too was my kids are going to all be in school full time. And, we had always said that I was going to go back to work full time. Well, I don't want to. So I'm kind of pushing to make this my full-time income so that I can still stay at home and be available for my kids and really dictate, my own schedule, because there's freedom in that. And I see this as a great opportunity, not only to help others and not only get the gospel out too, but to be able to provide, full-time income for my family as well. So like I said, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. But I thank you guys for hopping on here, Ann. It's so sweet to have you on here. You are one of our amazing challengers that motivate pretty much everybody that's in this group. And we're just thankful for you. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, you're welcome to ask now. It's really just you, Ann, if you have any questions. Ann, do you have any questions? Like, I had my screen share on, so I couldn't really see. But, if you've got any questions, we're very open,
Yeah, I don't really have any questions. I have lots of stuff running through my head still about all of this. But I think that one of my, I don't know, it's not really a struggle. It's just maybe it's a question in my head. But, I hear a lot about Shakeology, which has never jived with my system.
Right.
And so, that's just not a motivator for me in terms of doing any of this. And it kind of scares me because I can't really sell it. Do you know what I mean? It's not something that I can tell people, hey, it's great for me. It's been awesome. I want to like it, but every time I try, it just does. I think I'm allergic to something in it. I think that's the deal.
I think that's probably it. Yeah.
Because I've tried both the vegan and the regular, but anyway, so that's just a kind of a lingering thing in my head about where that all fits. It's not like I would discourage people from using it, but at the same time, I know that's where a lot of people are motivated, and I know that's how you make some of your income too. So.
Well, and let me speak directly to that. I mean,
Sure.
And I totally hear that, and it would be, it would be a concern because, like I said, that is one of my motivators so that I can pay for my health.
Sure.
But I think that outside of that, honestly, it helps people on their journey. Like we've talked about this, Ann, like it is a ministry for many of us.
Sure.
And and that's probably why our income is not like, woo, you girls are breaking it in, because that's not our biggest motivator. And I think I'm thankful for that. Like, I think the potential is there. But I think that's why it's been such a slow grow for me personally, is because I feel it's not about sales for me. It is literally about helping people on their journey. And if that's them just buying the portion control system to help them get a handle on fueling their body with the right food so that they can avoid health difficulties down the road and they don't ever drink Shakeology, I'm okay with that. It's that if I can help one person and being completely transparent, it's my whole attitude really, and everybody probably has a different attitude, but since I have the mic, I'm going to share mine. Girls are welcome to share yours too, because I think it's different for everybody. But honestly, for me, I have this because I've been distracted. That $1,200 a month that I was making was awesome, but I had blinders on, and I was hurting my family in that because I was focused on the money side. And I've said, you know what? This is something that God has put in front of me to get the gospel out and to help women discover who they are. And I'm not afraid to share that. And it's one of those things where I've said, you know what, God, if this is something that you want to bless me financially in, that day will come. But I am going to kind of ignore that side of it and really focus on the servant leadership and helping people in their walk with Christ. And that may or may not come. If it does or it doesn't, I'm not going to stop. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So,
no, I totally understand that. I totally get that. Yeah.
So
and that's my whole thing too. Cause I don't know. It's very easy to get sucked in
for sure,
to the financial part of it. And I've seen people do that too. And it's a turn off in many ways too.
Right.
So
it is. And I get it.
Yeah.
And I can say that because I've gotten sucked into it. But there are people that are making phenomenal money and want to make it a full-time income. And I think there is the ability to do that even if you don't drink the Kool-Aid. I mean, I think that Beachbody, the thing that I love about Beachbody is it is a full facet program because it gives you the nutritional piece, it gives you the workout piece, and it gives you accountability and that coaching side that kind of helps you fill your cup. Yes, Ashley, good student, holding up your hands, good pupil.
Be rude. No, but I mean, I understand. Like, I love this group because you ladies are fantastic and completely like my journey on the whole, I guess, faith side of it is a little bit different. So I'm going to take it more from just kind of the health aspect. Yep. And maybe that I know, Anne, you're very into like research facts and just knowing like the information behind it a little bit too. So for me, like I've got a couple people who they hate Shakeology. Like I have a friend she's a coach. She hates it. She will flat out tell people, don't drink it. It sucks. It's horrible. And I've asked her, why would you say that? When if you look at what Beachbody as a whole is doing and what Shakeology itself is about, to me, it doesn't matter if I like it or not. I'm going to still talk about the product. And, if someone asks and I can talk about it because my friends have done it and they love it and they see the benefits that they're receiving. So it's, if that's the one hang up, kind of look at it more just kind of talking about what Beachbody as a whole, and it's teaching people how to love on themselves, to share, become a community, as well as help and obesity, which is so amazing because we're actually providing tools to all levels of all, whatever needs you have, and they're truly wanting their message and they have values. Like I don't think, and this is nothing against our competitors, Advocare, Herbalife, those kind of companies, I don't think their values are the same because there's not that educational piece. There's not that like, hey, they're saying like, honestly, my brother-in-law and his wife, they Herbalife and like my account is only ridiculous on the days I get my Shakeology and my new stuff. But like every day there's like 40, like I feel like there's 40 things out there for like a tea in the morning, this kind of pill at this time, this, and that to me, it's great. If it makes you feel good inside and that's what you need, fantastic.
Yes.
But if it is truly about becoming and living your best life so that you can pour from a full cup and not from an empty cup.
Sure. Yeah.
Your children
it's totally different.
Legacy, if that one area is just hard, like kind of wrap around more of like the full concept of what Beachbody is and then love on the rest of it and share that piece of it. Whereas if someone comes to you about Shakeology, you can be honest up front and say, I have tried it. I'm just one of those people who maybe my body has something that it doesn't like to it, and that's fine. And you can say, but I still support, the 12-step process each ingredient goes through with their testing. And I know that this is going to be the healthiest option that you're going to get on the market because you're not getting it from a broker. You're getting it from Superfood Hunter himself, Darren O'Lean, so you have all that stuff to kind of go behind it. So that's just my take on it as well. I mean, obviously all that included in it, but from just sort of that, like, I guess it's a sales pitch, but it's kind of like the elevator sales pitch where you're talking to someone, you're just kind of like, hey, this is so amazing because it is about truly educating the U.S., which has a $5 trillion budget, and we are a sick care. So, that alone to me is very important.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, Ashley. And I don't mean to say that I hate Shakeology.
And I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
No, I wish I could like it. I mean, I wish it could agree with me. I like it. I like the taste of it. And actually there are days when I'm like, oh, I really want a shake right now. But then I know how it's going to make me feel about an hour later. And so I just can't do it. But the ironic thing is my husband loves them. So,
so you do need the discount.
Yeah.
Another thing that's really cool is that, for one, others can try it, and there's that 30-day money back guarantee. They can literally turn the bag empty and just see if it works for them. But what's also cool is that you can make this business what you want it, right? There's some people who can take the business on a level. They could dance in front of the screen. They could make it whatever, put red lipstick.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Let's see that for me.
Yeah. And then what's really cool is, as we've all worked together, we're recognizing how our team has been is, being able to use our different giftings to bring it together as a team with what works for us. And so all together, it is kind of a whole package as well. So Shakeology may not work for some people. I have a couple challengers who can't drink it.
Yep.
But
they
love the eating plan. They love the accountability group. They love they've even tried some of the other product to see, that, and they do love that. So that, that helps. But like you said, it's not going to be for everybody.
Yep.
But they can try it and see, and they may do just fine. And most people do.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
So,
no, I understand that.
Yeah, you can see the benefits from through other people's eyes. Hey, it doesn't work for me because I may be allergic, but look at what it's done to these people, and then you can kind of show example. I mean, it has been amazing for my family. My daughter has ulcerative colitis, and that's been super helpful for her gut. So
I totally, I appreciate that. I'm glad I brought it up because it's kind of been the sticking point in my head. Not like I think that that's all you're doing is like, selling Shakeology, but because it's such a piece of everything. And then here's me going, but I don't drink it.
Right. Right. Well, and I think Miriam touched on something really beautiful where it's, you make it what you want. I'm at this place now where I'm preparing to train to be a live Core de Force instructor. And I see it turning into this like spiritual warfare boot camp, take that, the Christ road. There are some people that take it to the, they help women get ready for beauty pageants. They help people train for races. They help triathletes. They help, and that's what's so cool is the product line is so varied, and there's so many different avenues to help people. Even if you went full on ministry with it and did, just clean eating and make your own beautiful thing, there's still so much there's just so much value in it, regardless of how you use it. And I think that there is, it's something where you do really want to make an income. I personally feel like if you go after it and you do it how you want to do it, you're going to attract a tribe that has this art that you do and are going to want to do what you do. And that's truly where that income potential is that team and that vibe. And that's what's beautiful about it, is you can make it, you know, you can really make it whatever you want. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
I'm glad you asked.
Yep.
Thanks for asking. And that's, ask the hard questions, right? I mean, that's why we do these. Ask those questions that, you know, seem like the no question to ask. No, ask it, because that's
Yeah.
that's what it's
Yeah.
about. Hi, Kim. It's good to see you. So I've taken up enough of your time, and I'm gonna end and say goodnight. But like I said, Miriam and I are gonna post our recordings in the event. So if you had anybody that was interested or wants to know more about our team or whatever, definitely send them to that event. And these will be available to watch again. And again, I just thank you for listening. You know, thank you for letting us share kind of our heart with you guys and why we do what we do, because it's that whole pay it forward philosophy. If no one had ever told us, my life would be so drastically different right now. It scares me to think of what my life would be like right now. So we just feel convicted to share it with others. And so thank you for allowing us to do that, you guys. So have a great night.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
You are so welcome. You guys have a great night. Thank you everyone for sharing your story. Kim, thanks for hopping on, honey. And it's good to see your face, and we'll talk to y'all soon.
Bye.
Good night.